Alright, cheek clappers, I am going to go over runes with you, because that's kind of one of the most complicated parts of the game, and I never really went over them. What really, really sucks is I just attempted to make a video. It was about 10 minutes long, and it didn't fucking record. So, I have limited things I can possibly show you in real time, but I will do the best I can. Um, so runes you obviously get from Flame Temple. Higher level, you get better percentages. I even went through that, but I forgot to record the video or my phone spazzed out. I don't know which one. So, go to runes. I'm going to refer to the stats in three different spots. You've got your main stat, which is going to be the top kind of yellowish white one. That is the main stat. You got middle stats, which are these three: evasion, pal damage, global combo. They'll be different for each rune. I call those middle stat. And then you got your set stat all the way at the bottom. So, main thing is for your sets, and there's Mushroom Game bugging again, is you want four of one set, two of the other. So ideally, I'd have four combo and two crit, but to make my good runes work, I have four crit and two combo, not the end of the world. Warrior would obviously be counter, and mage skill damage, beastmaster pal damage. So the most important ones for pretty much every class, I don't know about beastmaster, is your top right one. You can get a combo damage one, counter damage, skill damage. I think pal damage. That's one of your most important ones. That's the only slot that you can get that stat in the main area. So you want one that suits your character, and then you want a middle stat to match. So for me, ideally global combo damage, which I've got, and you want the set stat to match at the bottom, which is combo damage. So for Archer, you basically want to only even look at runes that have combo and crit damage at the bottom. Same with, or for the set stat. Same with Warrior, only even deal with runes that have counter and crit damage as a set stat. Because you want that set bonus. Global crit damage is huge, and global combo damage is huge. Second most important is going to be your bottom right, because you can get crit damage there. Same concept though. Middle stat, you want a middle stat that suits your class, and you want it to be part of your set. So those two, top right and bottom right, you can get other stats as a main stat. You can get like damage resist, you can get stuff you don't need. Next most important, in my opinion, is the attack one. Is always going to be on the left, and that will always be attack. So for that one, you just want a middle stat that matches. So I've got global combo damage, and it's part of my crit damage set. One of the reasons that that one's so important is if you look at it, it adds flat attack. It doesn't add a percent. So that flat attack is multiplied by every other attack stat that you have that doesn't say base. So like souls, tech, stuff like that. Um, then you've got top left will always be HP, so you just got to look for a middle stat. And bottom left will always be defense, so you look for a middle stat you like. Then the last one, right, is the right side. That's usually some kind of damage resist, so you can tailor it towards your enemy, but that's kind of later in the game. For that one, you just kind of want a middle stat that works for you, and you want it part of your set. So when you're leveling them up, I wonder if I can trash some of these to show you guys. Let's get rid of that. I save some of these just because I'm a hoarder. That's actually kind of nice if I go mage, but I'm not going mage. I don't need that at all. So let me salvage these and see how much I get. Oh, that's only 300. How much do I have? Do I have any crummy ones? Here we go. Yeah, so I'll have enough. Okay, so I'm going to show you when you're upgrading I saved this one because I could potentially use it for a warrior. It's got global counter in the middle, and it's blue, which means it's semi-rare. They go in the same like rarity order. Adds almost 5% counter damage, and it's part of a crit damage set. So if I ever go warrior, it's very usable. When upgrading, when you upgrade from level every 4 levels, so from 3 to 4, 7 to 8, so on and so forth, it's going to boost one of your middle stats at random, but you can kind of control it. So to do that, you need a runestone block potion. If you click it, it's going to bring you to the pay shop. You don't need to get it from there. You can get it from Showdown Shop. It's also in like Pantheon Shop, stuff like that. So this guy here, runestone block, only 300 blue gems, and you get 2 of them. That's actually a really good deal. I already bought one in what was supposed to be the last video that didn't work out, so I have one that I can use to show you guys. There's also a runestone restore potion, and I'll show you what that is in just a minute. I don't want to waste my money on that one. Alright, so let's say I'm working towards building my warrior. I want to upgrade this guy. So in reality, you want to upgrade the first 3 I showed you: top right, bottom right, left side. Those are your offensive ones. But just for presentation, I'm going to upgrade this guy. So you go upgrade. So top right, it says sub affix block. You can select one of those stats that you do not want to level up. So if I was a warrior and I wanted my counters to level up, I pick one of the other ones. So in this situation, let's say I don't want ignore stun to level up. I really want global counter to level up, so this will increase my chances. So it's going to go from this. Once every 4 levels, would you like to use a block potion to ignore or lower the chance of enhancing a sub-affix ignore stun? Yes, I want to do that. So see, it leveled up the global counter damage because I have a better shot of that happening. Now, if this was a pink and really good and I'm trying to make the perfect rune, you can use a restore potion if you get the wrong stat. The problem with that is it will bring it back to the previous level, and you will lose all the resources you used to upgrade it. So that's for a super late game when you're trying to tailor your runes like perfectly. I only ever use it on pinks, so I'm just gonna hit confirm, and now my global counter is better. So you'll see I've done that on most of mine. I got some good combo damage here, some good counter damage resist, which was just bad luck. My attack one's coming out good. I got boss damage. This one actually just leveled up in what was supposed to be the last video. And all these ones that I have locked, that's really just in case I switch classes, or could be like a just in case. I'll save stuff that I could potentially use that's part of like the crit set or the combo set in case I need to swap my runes around, but I'm in a place that they're really not going to change anytime soon. In order of leveling, usually you level your top right, like your main offensive stat and your attack stat pretty evenly. This isn't a pink, so I don't want to level it up too much, but you can level runes up to level 10 without losing resources when you salvage them. So I got it up to 12 to get that little boost of mid-stat damage, but you can safely level them up to about 12, even if they might be changed in the future, because you still get a bunch of your resources back when you salvage them. I think that is it. I really wish the first video would have worked out because I showed you all like salvaging them and stuff. But really you just want to keep, or you want to look at your pinks and reds. Anything lower than that at this point in the game you're probably never going to use. I think that's it. If you have any questions or need clarification, shoot me a message. I will absolutely do that. Alright, I'll see you in the game.